indestructible Western Conference contender?
As bad as I hate to say this, Skip, I do. You know why? Is that if they can avoid Denver, I can't see anybody beating the Lakers in the 7-game series, especially when you look at the top of the teams they're going to play. Minnesota, OKC, I don't trust them against the Lakers, especially with the way Anthony Davis is playing. And then you go from there, you say the Clippers, Dallas. I mean, they can possibly beat anybody in the Western Conference in the 7-game series. And when I see AD play like this, you know what LeBron's going to bring. And what the role players have been doing, they had a great road trip. It seems like they're playing off one another better. They're getting consistent ball movements since I've called out LeBron about, getting his teammates more involved. I think they've been playing a lot better, but the number that stands out to me is when Anthony Davis is out here being dominant. 15 free throws. That's the number I look at. 15 free throws. And it went 15 to 15. That's a big number. If Anthony Davis gets to the line, that shows me how aggressive he's being on the offensive end, which LeBron wants. He wants AD to take the lead. If he's taking the lead, giving you these numbers to where now LeBron can settle into 20 points, get his assists and rebounds, it makes life easier for the Lakers, especially when the ball movement is there. The role players are contributing. But my concern is the defense for them. You give up 120 points, and it's a lot closer than it should have been. But on this road trip, they've given up a lot of points, but they've scored a lot of points, too, on the flip side. But against the better teams, they're going to have to dig in and find a way to play defense because their defense hasn't been too shabby. But offensively, they've looked great, and there's no team in the Western Conference that I can say for sure outside the Denver Nuggets and maybe the Sacramento Kings. If they can avoid them in the play-in, then the Lakers got a shot.
They certainly got a shot. And I don't want to avoid Denver. I want to get them early.
Really?
I don't disagree with that.
I want to get them early. Because if you look at it, one of the things you say, Paul, is if we could avoid Denver, you got to go back to thinking about LeBron a year ago. I know, Skip, he spends $2 million on his body. Okay, I got it. He ran out of gas. Late. He had played Memphis, Golden State, and then Denver.
6-6, and then
Yeah, but so if you get them early, that's way better than getting them late.
Okay.
I get it.
You see what I'm saying? As far as for LeBron.
Right.
Now, 15 straight free throws. Made 15 free throws, but LeBron James was 7 to 9 at the free throw line. Okay.
I like the 9.
He was 7 to 9. So when you start to look at it, he took 1 3-point shot. Maybe he's listening to Paul. Maybe he's understanding what he's saying. He only shot the ball 18 total times. It was 9 to 18.
Yeah, I like the shot distribution amongst the team.
I do too.
But also, Austin Reeves came to play. D'Lo came to play. Everybody pitched in. They've won. What have they won? They've won 8 of the last 10.
9.
8 of 9. 8 of 9.
8 of 9.
Since losing back-to-back, they won 8 of 9.
So they've won 8 of the 10. That's tied for the best record in a 10-game stretch. So when you start looking at them, feels like to me, they're starting to get to their groove. Now look, Paul said it. They could go 6-0, or they can go 5-1 on that road trip. They went 5-1.
No, but I said a great road trip was 4-2. I said they get 4-2, but they go 5-1.
And some of the teams that they played, okay, whatever. This next little trip that they got at home, they got 3 straight games with Cleveland, Minnesota, and OKC. Golden State. If they can go 2-1 right there, and then they go on the road to Memphis and the Pelicans, by then the Pelicans probably, last game of the season, they probably don't.
I don't know, unless it's for a seed. It could be for a spot.
Play-in spot.
Yeah, because they're sitting in the 7th seed. So the Lakers could easily, in the last 5 games, be a 4-1 team.
But they could be 5-0.
Or 5-0.
They well could
and
be.
So they're only a couple games out of the 6th spot in a game and a half out of the 7th spot.
Bingo.
So there's a lot to play for. I'm not trying.
And New Orleans is not playing well. No. Zion left the game.
He banged up his hand, and they're going to have it MRI'd.
Phoenix got a hell of a schedule coming up. It's possible they could push to the 6.
And I'm not trying to avoid the Joker. Give me him and give him to me. If I'm AD, because AD's playing good right now.
Right.
So if you playing that good, you want to You want to get him while you hot.
While you in rhythm.
While you in rhythm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. While you in rhythm. While LeBron has this, his mentals is there. He's not fatigued. And I know Skip, yes, he spends $2 billion.
$2 million on
He might have upped it to 3.
All right, here's what I loved about last night. And I know it was only the Wizards, but I do remind you, just the night before in that same building, they did beat Milwaukee without Dame and Patrick Beverley, but they did beat Giannis. Not 1-2-3 Cancun just yet for the Wizards.
1-2-3 Cancun.
And so here came the Lakers, and you know they want to beat the Lakers at home. They'd get a kick out. It's just like one last little thing that they did right this season that's been a lost season for them. AD and LeBron James came out smelling blood last night. They came out playing hellacious hard, and LeBron was in full-on attack mode, and he was attacking the rim like crazy, and he wasn't getting the calls early, and he got real profane with one of the referees screaming at him.
Right.
And it seemed to work a little bit because they started giving him more calls. But I'm going to give you one number about Anthony Davis last night. So you realize he went 35, 18. He also had 2 blocks and, let me get the blocks. Yeah, he had 3 blocks and 2 steals. Okay, so over the last 2 years, would you believe that AD now has 5 games of 35, 15, 2 and 2, 2 steals and 2 blocks? He has 5 of those. Over the last 2 years, there are only 3 other players who have 2 of those kind of games, and that's Embiid and Giannis and Joker, okay? So he's got 5 to their 2 over the last 2 years. It shows you when he is right, when he is locked and loaded, he is a force. And I saw a force last night.
He had 18 rebounds last night, too.
18 rebounds? And again, it's just the Wizards, but he was destroying the Wizards inside the way he can play. That's why if you put him against Joker, as skilled as Joker is, as clever as Joker is, AD can hold his own because he's got stature to him. He plays strong. He plays bigger than he is because I think he only measures like 6'10" or so?
Oh, no, he's really tall. That's what I know.
I don't think he's more than about 6'10".
He's tall. He's long as hell, though.
He's long, but he plays 7'2". And he plays physical basketball when he is plugged in, and he has been plugged in down this stretch. He is making them a different team because he's turned them into a contender just by himself.
But he's got to want to play that way against the Joker, though.
I mean, that's the best way to defend Joker is to attack him on offense. If you can somehow say, look, if they match up with him, this will be my strategy. I'm going to Anthony Davis all first quarter. We're going to see if we can get Joker in foul trouble.
Well, all he did last night was score 19 in the first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I could have held Anthony Davis to those numbers. I mean, right now, today. Well, I mean, I probably would have fouled him enough to give him 15 free throws.
You might have. Yeah.
But against the Joker, it's a different animal.
All right. And the other thing I loved about LeBron, he was playing freight train, physical, attack the basketball. And on Avdia, he goes with the elbow. I think we have it, that he got a flagrant on. And I don't want to see anybody get hurt, but I liked it that he got the flagrant because that shows you he's in full-on attack mode, man.
It looked like that hurt.
Yeah.
Man, come on. Not settling for threes because you got to understand, he just off a couple games ago, he went 9 for 10 for 3.
Yeah.
And then the next couple games.
He's only shot
2
in this
threes.
consecutive game. He's only shot 1 in each of the last 2 games.
Yeah,
I think
that's just showing me he's attacking right now, and this
there.
is what they need.
Got
this is
him
the
right
LeBron
in the
they
face.
need.
Whew.
Yeah, it looked like that hurt.
It looked like it hurt. But listen, if he's in that attack mode through the playoffs, there's nobody can keep him from the rim. I don't care who you are.
But he was in that attack mode last year. The problem is, as we said, the last 5 or so minutes of each of one of those games in Denver, whether it was in LA or Denver, whatever the gas tank was, it just all of a sudden ran out of gas.
Okay.
Had no legs underneath it. That's why I would rather see Denver earlier than late.
Goats don't run out of gas, but whatever. He hit the wall. He hit the wall, and he was not very good. He was 7 of 23 in those 4 fourth quarters, and and I know he's better than that. And if he can play some better than that, they can win those games because they almost won all 4 of those games.
They're going to need Anthony Davis to take the lead, though.
Yeah.
If they allow him, he allows him to take the lead. He